Awkward
What is up?
silence.
I don't know. It gave me like an error and then it worked. I don't know. What's up, everybody?
What's
What's going
crack-a-lacking?
on?
We all made it. HVAC Knights
Oh,
are, what are we on? Episode 44. Welcome in, everybody.
We're in full effect, mother.
We made it.
I was over here playing the air guitar in that introduction.
Hey, you got that clipped, right, Adrian? You clipped it?
No,
Damn. You're supposed to
I
clip
can,
the
I
one
can
that-
hear the audio. I
Oh.
don't get the clip.
I thought you got to see it, the visuals.
I should. Let me pull up the chat. Where the hell is it? We're all over the place today. There we go. We got Mike. We got True Result. Eddie, good guy. Brian Hodson.
Solid. Good guy.
Everybody trickling in. So, how's everybody's work week?
Good. I had a good day. How was your day?
It's been a busy fucking week.
Oh, you wanted that. You wanted that before.
Yeah, I needed that is what I really needed. Shit.
Yeah.
Got bills to pay and dogs are dying and wife's leaving me and I ain't got no beer money. So that was just a country song, guys. That's all I was doing there.
Well, it's been slowing down for us. Oh, Walter, what's up? HVAC people in the house.
HVAC people.
We got Walter in
Shout
here.
out.
What was I saying? Oh, it finally slowed down for us because it's been like crazy hectic September. Now it's finally, I'm able to do my follow-ups and like some calls here and there where it's not like, crazy.
Heck yeah, man. That's
I can understand that. I spent 2 hours on a clogged drain today, and I didn't feel like I was rushed to get out of there.
how
Nice.
2 hours, Kurt?
2 hours on a clogged drain.
Damn,
Oh,
son.
dude, I had to go get a filter. I had to go all the way across town. And then I have one of those AquaGuard water sensor things on it.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to dry it off and get it to work. And I eventually just replaced the thing with the SS2.
Oh, there you go.
See, he knew what was up. Shout out Ian. Dude, real quick, SS2s are garbage, man. All those, that's regular seal. I think they always have a high failure on them things, man.
What do you prefer?
Really?
I don't know what other ones there are, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I know.
But
When I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, that's
They
all
just
you
get,
see.
yeah, they'll get stuck, and then like it'll drain down low enough, but then it won't re-engage, and then it overflow. I'm like, I'm done with these, man. So
I don't do residential. I haven't had too many to mess with, but like I've had a couple that just don't work after a while.
Yeah, and they'll still
they're still a lot better than what I was dealing with. That freaking water sensor, that thing.
Oh, like the little square box one or whatever.
No, it's an electronic water sensor that sticks in there.
Or is it the pointy one?
Is it like a point?
Yeah, okay. And it screws in.
It kept faulting on me even when there was no water. So I put an SS2 on it and that fixed it.
Like the new version of the SS2, the square ones with like the 2 tabs on the side.
I hadn't seen those.
Oh, you haven't seen? All right, that's the ones we use.
I've seen them, but I hadn't seen them where I can buy them as an SS2 though.
Maybe. Interesting. Is that the pup?
Oh no, I think that was my kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thought Riley was just singing us a song. That's funny.
No, and I'm trying to, like, my desk is a mess right now because I'm trying to reorganize some stuff, and I want to try to put the mic where it doesn't pick up or face anywhere where it's picking up stuff, but you can still hear it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. I know it. We all know it.
Also, I just want to remind everybody. Oh, that was what I was trying to pull up. If you guys go to HVAC Tactical, you can nominate any of your favorite people for a category. I'm trying to pull up the damn page.
I pull up.
Yeah, what are the categories?
Let's go to it real
You're
quick.
gonna win one of them.
So if you go to HVACtactical.com, up in the right, you get the HVAC Tactical Award tab, and you can submit. I mean, you got to leave your information, your social security number, no, I'm kidding. The categories are, fuck, this thing keeps messing up.
Dude, the language. People will tune out because of that. Come on.
They had perfect picture perfect install before. They've had the Lady of the Trade, all those. They've added now, they have a Service Tech of the Year award, a YouTube channel of the Year award to kind of broaden it to more people, especially, here on YouTube. So these are all the categories. Go vote for or nominate somebody that you enjoy or support.
Right on, right on. What was that say?
Go for it.
Yeah, fuck you too, Mike.
Well, thank you, man.
Hey, there's multiple
Nah,
categories.
fuck. Oh.
Curtis gets all
No.
the votes, though.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody because they're, you're running out of time. We got AHR around the corner.
Man,
It's end of January, isn't it? 1st of February?
No. When did it falls a little later this time? Right?
Super Bowl week after the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
February 10th.
Ooh, it is later. That is indeed later.
Yeah, usually it's at the end of January, but it's pushed back, I guess.
Dude, I appreciate all the support I'm seeing right there.
That's awesome. Well, go support Kurt. I think
so. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, just gonna be sarcastic, but we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. Man, what was it? Monday after Super Bowl. It is. Yeah, it is the Super Bowl. Weekend. What the hell, Jason? Rico Suave content creator. All right.
He's smooth.
I didn't know we could nominate people already. I would have been doing it.
I know, right? Like we need to, get some of the guys up there some of the guys that deserve it. Like I said, anybody in the chat, go. Whoever's your favorite. Is Riley outside?
No, he's right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I saw his reflection.
Need to start nominating service techs. How do you just do that? I mean, that's like a social media thing, I guess, but could you just nominate your fucking senior tech over here? You know what I mean? Like, this guy's amazing.
We need to, but I mean, there's a lot of guys on Instagram or even YouTube that are not doing all the trendy music stuff, but they show good work. I mean, Kurt posts every day about all the stuff that he sees. So like, that's a cool category to have, a Service Tech of the Year. My dad actually won Service Tech of the Year here locally, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Dope.
That is.
Shout out Pops.
My company 1 year won the Reader's Choice Award for Best Company in Albany. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, man.
Little small company like mine, and we got companies with 200 employees, and they didn't get it.
You got to show them who's in charge, who's boss. You can. We're a podcast technically, and we're a YouTube channel too.
Solid.
Oh, good guy. I have not come across any true ice machines yet, but go check out Ice Machine 411. I had him on my show a while back. YouTube channel for nothing but ice machines, and he's already installed one. And he went through like everything that about it. And do you have the shirt in his mouth?
Yeah.
It's got to go to work. High vis, bro. There it is. Discount code not Krauss 10 anymore.
Oh,
Dude, that's a shame.
Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers use my damn discount code.
You got to post more too.
I'm posting up, damn it. No, you're right.
But how was I gonna say? Oh, have you guys stocked up on your toilet paper? Did you go buy your toilet paper already?
They on some bullshit. Did y'all see the fucking bullshit they're asking for?
I was
sorry.
pulling it up, trying to read up on it.
These asshats want a 50% increase on a base salary. These cats are making 81,000, right? They want 50% of that.
Yeah, I heard that part.
And then the officer peoples are already making 200,000, and the douchebag union worker president cat got a $6 million home, a 76-foot yacht, makes 700,000 a year, and you want to cripple us? Like, F you, bro. Y'all, everything's done by a damn robot. They pick up the machines and everything.
That's what I was that's what I was trying to look for the. It's because like basically they're also, or one of the things they're upset about is the automation part of it. But like, you know, what can you do about it? That's everything now.
Yeah, well, they don't do anything anyways. For as much as they get, and they get 6 weeks of paid vacation. Come on now. But they want no, that was what was offered was the 50%. They want 77% increase.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
They're on strike, but they should be back on Friday.
It's not skilled labor.
That was my whole thing for bringing that up is like, if you do HVAC, because this is a video just showing like the automated stuff that happens at the ports.
Yeah, like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. Well, they needed one guy to tie the rope, one guy to watch him tie the rope, the other guy to smoke a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean?
But if you get into a skilled trades, like Kurt said, that's not. I mean, I want everybody to get or survive, feed their families, everything like that. But like a skilled trade, we can't be replaced. A robot won't do what we do out in the field, and automation. I told my girlfriend I'll be damned when I see a robot actually doing an install or like troubleshooting an HVAC system.
Man, oh, I gotta send you that.
What?
Oh no, it was speaking of like install something. Like I went to a job, a homeowner installed his own mini splits. I didn't know if you wanted to put it up on the dang thing here.
Yeah, we can.
But I'll just send it. You want me to send it to you in the group thing or the email?
Whichever is easier.
I guess y'all are right here. And my man was like, "It ain't nothing wrong with that. My buddy does HVAC and said it was just fine." I'm like, "All right, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna argue with that." And I didn't say anything back to him like ignorantly. I was just like, "Yes, sir. No, I totally get it. I just, it's just not the accurate way to do things."
Yeah, robots can never replace an HVAC tech.
But they damn sure trying to get close with these dang, not full replacement, but make it to where like these thermostats, right? They detect whatever's wrong. They'll send it back to headquarters. The headquarters will tell you what's wrong, and you just gotta go pick it up and replace it. And that's all she wrote.
Like
so
what? They're gonna have communicating systems, because
not just communicating, because it'll be more than that. They there's like subscription based stats. There's just
I hadn't heard of that.
They're gonna have this stuff in there, dude. And I'm not saying it's going to. I've just heard it from older people saying like that's what they think would happen. I was like, yeah, but that shit could be wrong. They could not tell the full story. We still have to go out there, but it's gonna have like green people out there like, oh, it tells it's a failed board. Go pick up the board, put it in. It's not the issue. You know what I mean? But the person won't need the skill set to determine if the board was bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But like, how many? Ever since we've just even switched to electronic components and stuff like that, how much has the computer failed, or a board or whatever it is, like, and then like it does something that makes you think, oh, I got a bad TXV, I got a bad something else, and it's actually communication error or signal error or something like that, where you have to go in, which is, I mean, I have to explain to my customers sometimes, like, it's not as easy as like, oh, it's a bad whatever. I got to check the whole system, or I got to replace. Like recently, I think I had to get some motors going because there was a whole electrical issue, And I'm like, I need to fix that first because I can't check charge. I can't check anything unless the system is actually running with the fans and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
So let me see what you pulled up.
Excuse me. Yeah. It wasn't nothing crazy, but still, he installed it himself. And then I was like,
I had one that I had seen locally. It was on Facebook. I think my girlfriend showed it, and it was like, please help. And it was like a mini split. The bracket broke. It was mounted to a wall, and it was just hanging by the line set. And they couldn't get the company to come back out. I was like, damn. Or whoever it was. It could have been like a guy from Craigslist or something. I don't know.
Golly.
All right, hold up, guys.
All right, now I want to see what you sent.
What you what?
I want to see what he sent.
Oh, I got it here.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't nothing crazy, but you'll see. I was just like, yeah, man, this is all wrong. And he was just trying to tell me how it wasn't. And I was like, all right. He was like,
Fuck. Hold on. Okay.
Oh my word!
oh, did you see
What?
it?
Oh, you're looking at it?
I'm like, like I told him, and he was like, yeah, but my buddy works for a HVAC company. He said, that ain't a big deal. I was like, oh, all right, man.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I'm sorry.
And that's what I didn't want to like. I'm like, I'm not even gonna argue with you, bro. But like, so the point to this call was he's got two heads. One's working fine, the other's not. It was 69 degrees in there. It was fine. But the blower wheel's dirtier than shit. The coil was dirty as hell. They smoke in the house. All the nicotine was on the filter, all that stuff. He had a buddy come out there. This guy couldn't evacuate the system, so his buddy came, evacuated it, but doesn't have gauges. His only gauge was his micron gauge, so that was the only way he could tell if the lines were tight. You know what I mean? I'm like, but he works for an actual like company that like I wouldn't say it's reputable, but they're big enough. And I'm like, dang, this is what we got to compete against. Oh yeah, there you go.
I was trying to figure out how
I
to
have
change
been
it.
asked sometimes, don't you worry about showing all your work? Your competition is going to see what you do. And I was like, guys, I ain't got any competition.
Like I prefer it actually. Yeah. My man's like,
oh shit.
My
So
man
we got
said that
Both
one.
of them.
Yeah, he said that one.
And what they tell
an
you?
issue. That's not an issue at all. It's like, all right, dude. Like he's recirculating it, man, and he's just like, no.
So did the guy or homeowner do this himself, or was it a company?
No, it was a homeowner, but his buddy that works for a company helped him. But the homeowner did it himself.
Yeah.
And then they
Was it?
his buddy came just to evacuate it, and like I said, didn't even have gauges, but he said this isn't a big deal.
That's one of those where you don't want to do the work, so you're like, yeah, it looks good to me. Looks good.
Yeah, no.
Looks good for my house.
So I called the dude. I called him back because he wasn't home. It was his wife, and I was just like, "Hey, man, your biggest problem's right there." He was like, "No, it's been fine." I'm like, all right. I said, "I'm just letting you know that's a big issue. That's why it's not cooling to where you'd like it to cool." He goes,
I was
"Oh,
gonna
can we
say,
fix that?"
imagine in the summer.
Yeah, he's like, "Can you fix that today?" I was like, "Nah, dude." He was like, because it's a $99 dispatch fee, and I was like, "Nah, man." He goes, "So I wasted $100 for nothing?" I'm like,
For me to tell you what's wrong with it.
that's what I said. I was like, "Well, and then if we do any of the repairs, I'll take that 100 back." And
Yeah.
he said, "Not." Some other company said they do it for $200 or something. I'm like, "Yeah, you all day long go with them." I was like, "No, sir."
Yeah, let them have it.
But,
oh man,
I actually got told not to. I got in trouble for fixing things recently.
by the company, like the business,
the restaurant chain. So apparently, because I had told you guys, we started getting calls again from like certain customers after I guess they tried somebody else. So I noticed that we got a bunch of like HVAC calls, and I got to change out motors and thermostats. Like they started coming in all at once again. I'm like, okay, they had to have been using somebody else, even if they say they weren't or whatever, like, whatever excuse, because they hadn't called much over the summer, which is BS, right?
Right.
So I've been doing maintenance. Now I've been getting those calls, and then I'm trying to finish my maintenance. It's for the same customer, and I go out there and like I'm working on one system, the next one the fan motor's out, and this happened like three different locations. I can't leave it like that. I'm gonna change out the motor, and the one that he's complaining on, I only changed the capacitor. I was like, okay, your motor's good. I'm just gonna charge you for capacitor. I'm here already on maintenance. I got one in the van. Let me just pop it in, right?
Yeah.
Versus that compressor quitting, dying on them, whatever it is, because that compressor kept trying to run. And then we got a call that nobody approved it and this and that. And, my dad had to deal with them, but he's like, it's because the previous guy that I guess called us had stepped down because he said, I want my life back. Like when you're that area manager for those restaurants, you don't sleep. So he stepped down and he decided to kind of demote himself. And then these other guys are like, we didn't approve it, this and that. We're like, usually they tell us, just fix it. You're already there, just fix it. And it's not anything crazy expensive. It's a fucking capacitor.
Yo, you good?
I know, Kurt.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah.
Got a funny bone.
So I got in.
That coming.
Yeah, I got in some trouble for that. And I'm like, all right. Well, next time I'm gonna shut it off, and they're gonna have to pay for me to go back out there.
Yeah, man, that is like a tricky one because, like you said, like you got DNEs or whatever, and it's so low. You're just like that. You just paid my fee to come here, and anything other than that won't. Even the cheapest thing won't. Fix what we need to be fixed. So, I don't know.
I had to turn down a call today because they have 8 outstanding bills that they hadn't paid. They said, "Oh, we need a vendor to come in, or we don't have a maintenance man." And I was like, "Well, hold on a second. Let me check to see if you paid your bill."
Damn, 8? How much is that?
Oh, it's in total. I don't think it was but like $800, something like that.
Oh,
But they're not
Still.
paying their bills. I'm not going to do any
Yeah.
more work for them.
nah.
Yeah, we do that too.
Free. No,
And
sir.
that always happens for us at the end of the year. So it's coming up, so we'll see if they pay their
Man.
bills.
You are shame.
So I guess they call somebody else.
Like, that's okay. I don't mind. You know what I mean?
Don't hurt my feelings.
Nah, me either. Like even when they told us that, I was like, all right, fine. Like I'm gonna just shut it off. You'll be without AC. I'll tell the manager working there, y'all are gonna be without AC for a while. You're gonna be cooking in your restaurant here. You're gonna get complaints, this and that. But they told me not to fix anything. So call me when you're ready.
There you go. I will not fix a damn thing.
No, and,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling it's because they had, I think they had a buddy that they wanted, their company in there, which is why I think we not lost them, but like they would not call us as much.
That's right.
So like, I'm pretty sure he's upset that he couldn't give it to them or something. I don't know.
Like such a petty ass thing.
But
though.
like
what I mean?
the commercial stuff is weird, dude. Like, because I've heard this several times because it came up recently again. My dad told me, I don't know who it was that was asking of this, but in the past we used to have like IHOPs and Denny's and all these big restaurants, and the guy that they put in charge was a real dick. I did not like him. I hated him, and he ended up being promoted. He wanted money under the table for us just being able to work there, right? A cut for everything that we did there. I was like, hell no, but that stuff happens. So like, I don't know if that's this is going on here. If it's a buddy of his and maybe he gets a cut, I have no idea.
Dang. That's the first I've heard of that.
It happens. If anybody in the chat has ever heard of that, let me know, because I've heard it a few times already, and not just from my dad. I've heard it from other guys, like, talking shop.
Yeah, we'll just add it on the ticket if they ask for it. You know what I'm saying? As long as we get the approval, I don't give a shit. You know, oh, you want the extra couple hundreds? That's fine. You just gotta approve this $9,700 change out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this
Well,
guy's
you
trying
know
to make.
something? I got apartment complexes who want to pay through a service that pays their bills. But to sign up for this service, you have to pay like $120 just so you can join their service and get paid.
Yeah, I think we've been in a couple of those.
You just
So
tack that on the first bill.
first bill, that's exactly what I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
when we had
But they actually told me to do that.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
a
cool.
thing.
They told me to do that.
Oh, okay. It's a thing because like I haven't even checked because you know my dad handles all the finance type of deals or the big stuff. But when we had Corrigo, I know guys know Corrigo. That's a online system where we bill and submit invoices that they use. That was a monthly subscription that we had to have just to have their work, like so they can dispatch and we can accept and go out and do all that.
Interesting.
So yeah, you
Was
just
it
added to the bill though.
would it be so in your experience with both of those, was the payment received any faster, or did you just have like accounts receivable out there?
I feel like they still take forever.
No. Kurt, did yours speed up?
Mhm.
Damn.
No. In fact, the customer I just told you about has 8 outstanding bills. Is one of them.
Oh,
Oh shit. But they're like, well, it ain't on us, it's on them. You know, that's their excuse. Oh, we paid
And
them.
here's, I'm going to tell you the frustrating part is, she says all the bills are paid on my end, and I
Yeah.
keep having to tell her, you need to dig a little deeper because I'm not getting the money.
I love
There's a disconnect somewhere,
yeah.
and she's just reading something off her computer screen and says, "Oh, it's been paid." And I just got to quit taking work from them because it's not showing up.
That's when you get that's the stuff that we deal with. And it sucks. Like having to go through, like I said, Corrigo, guys know in the chat, everybody's talking about it. Corrigo, we have Verify, I don't know what the name of it is, where we have to use these websites or whatever it is that they use to dispatch and then bill and all that. And and like you said, the NTEs, the do not exceed and all that.
Mm-hmm.
If they dispatch something and it's higher, they're like, oh yeah, we'll approve it. And we have a good relationship where like I can take their word for it that they're going to approve it. But then you do the work and then I go and check and I'm like, it's still the NTE is still 500. I'm like, this is like a $1,000, $1,500 repair. And I'm trying to hunt them down. I mean, my dad does it too. Like, approve this. You got to keep following up. That's the whole commercial side of it, is trying to get all these levels of approval and like the stuff that you're dealing with, Kurt, on that end.
I deal with similar things. I got this one company I deal with. I'll get a verbal approval from the manager. So I go ahead and I do the job, but I have to have a PO number to be able to bill out. And she has to submit her paperwork and get it approved on her end to get the PO number so that I can bill out. And sometimes I have to keep nagging, hey, I need that PO number. I need it.
Dude, and I see the guys in the supply house that have to do that. They call, and I did it too.
To get the
PO. When they get there to get approval and get the PO and get everything so they can even just buy the part. So I had to go and it was with IHOP. They started implementing that that I needed a PO on everything because they had an account there at the Johnstone too. But like I would go and I'm trying to buy something or pick up something and I'm trying to call them and I'm trying to get the number and the PO number, everything. And like, it was just like at some point it's too much. And like, that's one customer that we're like, okay, we're happy to step away from it. And we've done it to other ones where it's like too much. I think like Eddie said, like too many hoops to jump through.
Real talk, true story.
Service channel. Yeah, they're naming all the different. Everybody in commercial has their own service. The one that we use doesn't, but they require me to use an app for the maintenance because I got to prove that I'm there with live photos and stuff. I haven't had to be tracked yet or anything, so thank God.
That's positive. That's going down.
Brian's in the restaurant business now. He's doing restaurant repairs. I think he's doing hot side now too.
Ooh. He's getting into it all. He's getting deep. He's getting deep into it.
He went he was at like one of the other one, Cool Sis or something, and he went to I think a small business that does restaurant repairs. So he's doing like obviously like the coolers and freezers, but he wants to get into the hot side.
Hell yeah, man.
If you're interested in that stuff, that's some good experience.
And it creates a lot of value because those techs are hard to find. My dad gets called out to these locations that are hours away because they can't find a tech that works on certain fryers or, whatever it is that they have. Oh, is he? Is Brett leaving? You think Brett will leave Cool Sis?
Ain't no way. You're telling me?
Anybody use Direct Supply? No.
I'm not sure what it is.
Me either.
That's a big negative, Captain. I don't have to do any of that type of stuff, guys.
You get paid on the spot?
No, we don't have any generally I just have a card reader and everything. Unless it's like we have very few commercial spaces, but they're like generally like personal relationships, how we get them. You know what I mean? So we do it that way.
Is he really?
He should.
Shoot him a text. Tell him to come on. Let's ask him. Nah, we'll be here. We'll be here all fucking night.
Wait a minute, you talking about Wetzel?
Yeah. Kurt's like, nope, don't do it. I gotta go to bed. I gotta change out in the morning.
Exactly. Love the guy, but he likes to talk.
Yeah, he's better.
That's why he has his own, or he has two podcasts.
Oh man, that's funny.
M&A Supply. We used to use M&A Supply. They were my only York dealer, and they were all the way up in North Georgia. But they're not doing York anymore. I think they do American Standard.
Is it the standard?
No.
Direct Supply is a third-party deal for mainly old folk homes. They do the kitchens and HVAC for them. Wait, Brett already moved? Brian says he's at a Future Green. I haven't talked to him in a while.
I texted him. He never answered me back. So you can get a big old. Yeah, but then he'll call and sit on the phone for an hour.
Yeah, he called me in the middle of the night once.
You're just like calling like shit. Yeah. Goofball.
I'm gonna go through the chat real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, go through it. Yeah, guys, we've been pretty busy this week.
What you got going on?
Just probably about 5, 6, 7 calls a day.
So now it hit you? It's so weird.
Yeah, but it's like God, it just sucked. You know what I mean? It was stressful. I'm not gonna lie. And but yeah, I wanted to film stuff, and I'd film like fuck it because it's still hot as shit out, and I'm just sweating. I'm like, I'm not doing it. And like I got a bunch of partial videos.
We're gonna get another compilation video.
Yeah, there was like, hey, here it is. Just fucking. So what's the end result of that? It worked, okay?
I was relieved at one call today. I went to the call to tap a dryer outlet in the roof.
Okay.
And when I got there, I realized there was already a penetration in the roof for it, so I didn't have to drill a hole. I was
Nice.
very relieved about that. And all I had to do was hook up this dryer vent. This thing goes almost straight up 20 feet to the roof. That's
No,
crazy.
no boost,
No
no booster
boost.
on that thing. They did they have
No,
the
just
shingles removed or anything for you too?
no. The cap was already through the roof.
Oh, okay.
The pipe had just fallen off.
Oh, okay. Man,
So
all
all
right.
I had to
Yeah.
do was reconnect it. But
Secure.
so
Hell yeah.
yeah, I was relieved I didn't have to drill through the roof.
Oh, I know. That's the worst. You know I'm not
What's
responsible
up?
for anything. What up?
What's up, mechanical environment? Matt. I actually had a. Well, now I'm getting back to service calls because I had maintenance all month, but I actually got a call. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before that their AC was actually too cold, and he's like, "I feel weird calling you for this, but like it's too cold in here." And I
Yeah.
was like, no problem. Let me go up there and oh, that's what I was gonna ask you guys. Well, you guys mostly use what, Honeywell, or what kind of thermostats? What's your default to go to now? Yeah,
Honeywell.
but which one
T6.
specific? T6?
Yeah.
I like using the T4 because it don't have to have a common.
Okay.
Good call. We don't have much of an issue. I'm sure
We
where
used
you're at.
to. Yeah, we used to not have commons in a lot of these older restaurants, but anyway, like I went out there and it was a thermostat that was sticking. It was just constantly calling for cooling, no matter what you did to it. So now I've had like at
So the
least
Pro one?
at least 3 of these Robert Shaws. The Pro ones, I went through this exact issue with the Pro ones, or the display
Yeah.
giving out completely, because it's different from residential to commercial. Like, you guys might have luck with one. At the restaurant, I feel like they're punching the shit out of these thermostats or something, because like they're physically broken, right?
Yeah.
And I know everybody goes back there and just starts messing with it because, everybody's different. Everybody wants to raise it, lower it, whatever. And then they're like, it's not cold enough. And they're just like putting it down all the way. So they mess with them a lot. So like I went through that with the Pro ones. I ripped out a bunch of them. And then I went to Robert Shaw because that was what they're pushing now at my supply house. And they were simple to put in. I thought they were pretty good. And then like now I've had 3 that just failed. I had like 1 or 2 out of the box bad. Like it wouldn't click over or anything. And that pissed me off one time because I sweating my ass off on the roof trying to figure out this issue, fix some other things, and then I'm like, okay, now I just need to put the thermostat in, and defective.
Still don't work.
Don't work. And I was like, what's going on? And I finally checked the thermostat because I checked them. If they have batteries, I can check them, outside of or unplugged. And sure enough, that one was sticking. So now I've had that issue with it where they stick. So I'm trying to go back to another brand, trying to figure that out. And I'm going to try the Emerson ones. I don't know. I'm going to see what Honeywell will that'll be on my radar. But like I also had issues with the Honeywells at this new location, remodeled. Somebody put in 3 of them. They all failed. But I don't know if they're just too rough with them.
I don't run into like high failure rates on thermostats at all.
I see it all the time.
I know it's weird. It's like, but in comments, people like when I do the new T6 or something, they're like, those are garbage. You know what I mean? Like,
dude,
I've never.
Tell me about it. When I did that one, it was a meme about that. I think it was like one of the like The Rock, like, oh, this is garbage or trash, and I put a picture of the Pro One thermostat.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Because I had just changed it out, and then everybody like came at me that I don't know what I'm doing, or defending the Pro One.
They really do. It's like, man, I'm sorry.
I was like, dude, I don't care what brand it is. I just want it to work.
Yeah, and I would be like,
you know what I wish they still made? Y'all remember those old Robert Shaw dial thermostats? They were, the case for it was kind of square, but it had a circular dial in the middle of it. I forget the model number of them.
Was it like
but around
tan
here,
and silver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around here, there were hundreds and hundreds of them, and I used to stock them, and you could interchange the parts of them because they were the same for decades
Oh,
and
nice.
decades and decades. And now they quit making them. So
Yo, did you text him?
No,
Or he just had his motherfucker's ears were ringing.
I know.
That's funny.
What up, Brett?
we were
love you
just
too.
talking about you.
Yeah, we love you, Brett.
That's so funny.
My parents still have the Mercury old school
What's that?
thermostats.
Fuck it, let it
Hey,
ride.
if it's still working,
They actually
don't replace
have two because they remodeled their house and they didn't bother to take the old one off, I guess, because they didn't want to patch the wall. And then they put a just a newer version of it, and this was a long time ago, in the new location.
Oh,
and I was trying to get them to change over to digital, and they still have that thermostat.
they're like, we'll ride it out. It's funny, like when you mentioned that real quick, it made me think of this job I went to.
Mike brought it up too.
Couple months ago, I went to one. They cut out a hole in the wall where, for whatever reason, and they just have the thermostat dropped in it. I was like, they're like, it's just not cooling right. I was like, well, I mean, I was like, all right. I was like, where's your thermostat? They took off a picture, and there's a fucking hole in the wall, and it's just hanging down in there. I was like, wow. It was funny as shit. And then they had like a train condenser matched with a Goodman air handler that had a piston, and it was you got a whole lot going on.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask the chat. Because I need sensors a lot, so it's always hard for me to find a thermostat that has a good sensor. So Matt was talking about the H10s. I think those are the ones that have the wireless sensors, maybe.
You can
remote
put
sensors.
Are they just
wireless
like
sensor on.
like just the white ones or whatever?
On which ones?
The ones he's talking about?
No, but Kurt, what were you saying?
No.
There's a Vision Pro 8000. You can put a wireless sensor on. Well,
I had
you
one.
can do all kinds of stuff with those things.
Yeah, I think those are the ones that they put in that I said failed. Now, one of them was just a sensor, but I was like, do you want me to get, because I couldn't find it. Like, do you want me to get the or order the sensor, or do you want me to just rip it out and put a cheap one in with a hardwired sensor? I just hardwired it in.
Boom. Nailed it.
He was asking if those thermostats I was talking about, the Robert Shaws, were mercury bold. They were not. They had a little magnet in them, and you would turn it, and it would just go click. It would make contacts, and it was spring loaded. It had a heat anticipator on it that you could adjust, and if you got too much of an amp draw on your heat, it would burn up the little wire on your heat anticipator. I've worked on hundreds of these things.
That's cool. You should start fucking doing them again. Do you ever happen to run across them?
I have kept two of them.
Okay,
as
yeah.
keepsake. I've kept two of them.
That's cool. Well,
I kind of wish I had collected stuff like that along the way. Yeah.
Used to do that with like boilers and oil furnaces and stuff like that. And like cause up north are machines from the 50s that still run, and they have like, I got old and then the metal data plates that are stamped and stuff, and it's just like really cool. I'd save that stuff. Down here, you don't see too much of the oldies.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much.
How many do you guys just get called out for just batteries?
Mm-hmm.
On the
for just batteries, not on wireless sensors.
Oh, I know.
I would never put batteries in thermostats. That's just the stupidest thing to do.
Well, sometimes you got to.
I know. I go out there. Oh, I think we've said this on here. I'll go out there and I'm like, well, I know what the problem is. Do you happen to have any batteries, or should I charge you for the good ones that I got?
Yeah. These are the real good ones.
I charge them.
Well, I charge the
like
fee.
$7 a battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I love it. Shit, the divisor, that battery would be marked up to $22.35 in my price book. Oh man, that's
you
good.
got to do what you got to do. Shit.
Gotta do it. It's gotta be done. God, man.
You must have seen my video on why you need to put batteries in a digital.
Yeah.
I see that one because I did do a video recent. I never did it, but anyways, I mentioned in there. I was like, so this is where I gotta disagree with Kurt because, like, what I do anyways, like if it, for example, some thermostat, I'll turn off the programming and all that bull crap so it doesn't, people don't get confused. But I don't put the batteries in just because we have such a large amount of drain line issues. And if it's like, hey, it just gives the customer that false expectation that it's on, it's calling, and you get there and it's just a drain line. It's just something like they could have done if you couldn't get there. They could start cooling their house down. You know what I mean? That's just because that's just the biggest number one call is a drain line. So it's like, hey, just pop the float out. We'll get there. Like, and it'll start running. Just put a bowl under it for now and go from there. But with the batteries.
You know something? You know, when I was first coming into HVAC, they said 60% of your calls are going to be electrical.
Oh yeah, I got the same speech.
I never had that one.
The truth is, between low on refrigerant and backed up drains, that makes up like 70% of my calls during the summer.
Yeah, it's a true story. That's funny.
Yeah, we got a lot of drains.
The other
90% or whatever.
Yeah, exactly right. That just added up. It's like, yeah, but you forgot the other 130%, Kurt.
Oh wow.
Yeah, drains are a nuisance on some of our locations. But I don't know. I mean, everybody's different. Depends on where you're at. Refrigeration Devil mentioned something that I forget to check it sometimes, but it's something I try to check when I know I haven't worked on it or it's a new system. Nobody ever installs the transformers correctly. They always tap in to it's 99% here is 208 systems, and they have it tapped into 230. And he said he's seen 6 thermostats fail just because of the tap on the transformer.
I've seen contactors fail because of it.
Yeah, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, okay. That can cause like a whole bunch of things because it never fails. It's always tapped wrong when I go up to a unit.
It must come that way from the factory then.
It does. That's what I was about to.
Yeah, they have to, but you as an installer, you need to.
Yeah, should know just right off the rip. Boom. Yeah.
But who reads the manual? Who looks at all these other things?
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, I didn't do much of it, and I didn't learn about it until like one day. It may have been a YouTube video, probably like Thai or some shit. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like I happened to do a rooftop, and sure enough, I was like, oh, okay. Boom. It was that exact scenario.
And you don't know that those things, because it works, right? It'll run.
Yeah,
all that.
It's like it starts up. You're like, oh, Gucci, you know.
And you didn't know that it was just tapped wrong.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff because I had just posted like myself replacing a condenser fan motor, and I never used to use the box as my prop to prop up the motor. Mm-hmm. So I think you guys have done it, right? Mm-hmm. Use a box, put your motor in, then you can take the grill off and everything. And somebody was like, "Oh my god, I've never," and I'm like, I barely learned that because I'm watching guys do it on like Instagram or whatever it is, and I end up learning crap from like younger guys too.
Yeah, I saw it. It's actually a guy that I worked with down here showed me that you put the shaft through the box, you put the box, and then you can put your grill on. I was like, damn, yeah, that's clever as hell.
I've been doing this the hard way for I don't know how many years,
dude. Like just trying to hold it, like, and you're like, ugh, and it's just like shifted. You're like, stupid. Oh, so true.
How many times have you seen a walk-in freezer still tapped on 240 when it needs to be 208? Oh yeah, when there's we typically around here we've been the ones installing them, so like that's another part you need to check. They have everything's electronic now. You got 24 volts to the board, and you got a transformer on the other side now. Never used to have that, so that's something else you got to check. But I have gone to units where the whole program is just like screwed up, and I just have to reprogram it because whoever installed it just didn't know how to set it up. I don't know why it's freezing over. Well, your superheat's set to like 20 when it should be 6.
I'll tell you why.
I went to a call one time where I needed to retap the transformer just to get enough voltage for it to come on. And I was having low voltage problems. And I started investigating why I got low voltage, and I had no neutral to the whole building.
Hmm.
I mean, I would have 240 volts. It was more like 206. That's why I retapped the transformer to get them some cooling. But I went inside to tell them, hey, you got low voltage. You need to call an electrician. And before I left, I realized they didn't have any neutral. Neutral leg was gone.
Not today, honey boo boo. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Mike, you gotta also make sure you have the right refrigerant set up in those electronics. I had one that was a cooler that was set up for a freezer, and I'm like, I don't know why they did that. I'm just gonna reset it and program it the way I need to.
Nice. Yeah. That sounds good. That's what I would do, honestly.
Well, not everybody can do this job.
Well, these fucking robots over there, these offshore, whatever, inshore dweebs, you know?
And everybody panic buying everything. I haven't even gone to the store. I'm not even. I hope it's not.
Dude, yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it.
I was like, I don't want to go through that again, but yeah. Oh,
Really?
man.
You got to be kidding me.
What happened?
Ordering toilet paper again.
Oh, I know. Like, here we are with, yeah. You're telling me your septic's going to get fucked up with all that toilet paper, bro. Yeah. It's like, if you plan on going that much, you're going to have a bigger problem.
Not again. I don't want to go through all that again.
What I was telling you guys the other day is I had a complaint. So
Oh yeah, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Typical, I see the number on the side of the van. I'm gonna call and be a dick about it. So it was, everybody has these, right? You're driving, you get a call, hey, your driver did this or that, and you're the driver, right? So basically, well, it's my dad's number that's on there. So he called me up and he's like, hey, somebody said you were driving reckless, cut them off, and I don't know what. I was like, me? No. So I was finishing my maintenance, so it had to have been Monday, and I was leaving Brownsville, right? It's by the coast and all that. It's kind of far away, hour and a half, whatever. I see construction. I see that the lanes are being closed, and it's like 1 or 2 lanes from 3, and it's backing up. So there's this little street that I can take to kind of shortcut. I took that shortcut, and you end up basically on the expressway, like right there where the ramp is. Now, I'm very aware when I'm driving in the work van, especially, right? I look at all the signs, I even do the speed limit. Like I do not want anything happening in the work van. I get up to an intersection. I checked. My lane is a turn left and a straight. The guy, and there's a line behind me. The guy should have known there's a reason there's a line right at this intersection. He pulls up next to me, and his lane is a right only. So I'm in front. We're both there. As soon as it turns green, I'm ready to go. So I took off, and the expressway's, coming up. I'm going to get on the expressway, and I was ahead of him, and then he got behind me, started flashing his lights. I mean, I just felt like he was pissed. I just felt it, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, for one, I mean, I am tempted. I told my girlfriend, I'm very tempted to put a bumper sticker on the back, like, how's my driving? Call this number. And it's like a Google Voice number that goes to me because it's my van. And hey, brother. But I don't know if that's a good idea, right? Because like then I'll be like, dumbass, you should have, whatever. But
yeah, like pull up.
It's not good for business, I guess. But
it's not. But it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, because I told my dad, I was like, no, like the dude was in the wrong lane for that. I didn't cut him off. I got in front of him, but sure enough, he calls just to be a dick about it, and I'm like, okay, cool. My dad's like, we'll see if he calls back again. You know, he gives him like, I mean, everybody has the same thing, like, oh yeah, I'll talk to him, whatever, try
You
to
know,
diffuse it, but I'm like super tempted to put a number up so I can just like, you know what, you did something wrong or you fucked up.
I totally, that would be awesome. Bud, come on. Yeah, I know, son.
Dude, did you just lose power?
Nah, he wants to show me his toy. He's like, turn his light off because turn the light back on, son.
Look who
Just
popped
stop
in,
touching it.
Jake.
There he is. Shout out to the big homie. Yeah.
Are y'all doing
My son wants you to see the
Dude, I
Bowser.
got a bunch of people. I got family up in his area that still don't have power.
oh, is that where he's from too?
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, they're not gonna have power for like a week or so. Oh no, more, no. I think they
Yeah,
give him a
dude.
date and it's like far out.
Dude, it's wild, man. We've seen I hope everybody's safe up there. I just went to a customer's house who lives or he has a place up in like Asheville or something or somewhere outside of it. And like his long story short, he had a bunch of family there and they didn't hear from him for like a week. He's like, it's been a real stressful time. I was like, I could imagine, you know,
Dude.
not knowing if anybody's and then, you know, everybody is okay. But
Yeah, because there's no cell service or something, right?
that's
Like,
the whole they don't
everything's gone.
Well, did you
I
hear
know.
the story about the dude who like was flying the helicopter and that's crazy. He was he was like delivering food and shit and like the fire chief or something told him to stop or he's gonna get arrested. It was his personal helicopter or whatever, and he's like delivering, like trying to help people, and they're just like, no.
Oh no, I
You're
don't
just
think I
like,
saw that.
it just baffles my mind. It's because and then there was like a bunch of food coming in, and it wasn't part of the preferred vendors or whatever law. I don't know, and they were like, no, can't accept it. Just like,
Yeah, it's like
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that. There's a guy that Tony, I forget his last name. He has like a podcast and everything. He's up there and his whole building got wiped. Well, not wiped out, but it got flooded. And he's like, rule number one, don't rely on the government, right? You got to be prepared for all this. And he had a bunch of buddies come through and try and help him out.
Well, glad you're good, Ted. Prayers for the community. But yeah, dude, it's sad. It's like, because remember back in the day, I just remember like hearing about like the rap stuff during like Katrina, you know what I mean? And FEMA and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
now you're just like, now you see it and you're like, come on, you know?
I know, man.
Or you could just.
Brett's back.
They're going to. Who is? I'm confused. What did he say?
I have no idea. He said to put your number.
You got to read the previous comments. Somebody posted that he puts the number of his competitor on the back of his van so that when people call, they bitch out somebody else.
Oh. Yeah. You're fucking douchebag. That would be funny though, like you said, like do like some sort of recording, like how's my driving goes, and it just goes right to yours. You'd be like, yeah, that's or you know, because generally they'll probably still be by you. I'll be like, oh, as a matter of fact, if you could actually just pull over to the shoulder with me, you know what I mean?
I'll explain to you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the other thing. I didn't have my memory card, my SD card, and my
your cam,
my dash cam that day because I was going through it. But like my dad, I don't know if he told him or anything, but he's like, he has a camera. Like if anything, he'll just pull it up because I was like, I really try to avoid any scenarios like that in the van, especially in. I've been meaning to do that. I was like, I need to do like a work van chronicles, you know, pulling up these clips because people try to cut me off or run me off the road a lot, and then they get pissed at me, and then they like arm out, flipping the bird, everything.
Dude.
And I'm like, what the hell did I do?
I went on a horn rampage this week. Like I'd be talking to Ash on the phone or something, going to my next call, and then she would hear me, and I got this little meep meep, little bitch horn, and I'm just like, people are just like brake checking me or just stopping in the middle of the road, and I'm just like, beep, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, then one person like almost slammed into me, bro. I'm like,
dude, I got ran off the road by my house. I had to go in the grass and everything because this dude just wanted, and then he was trying to get into my lane to make the turn lane. So he just like booked it and went diagonal straight across.
God, I just don't get it. I really don't.
And I'm like, I have a big ass van.
People up.
You should see it.
It was like, you gonna learn today.
You said,
dude, they're sitting at a stoplight looking at their phone.
Oh yeah.
Pisses me off. I honk the horn to get them to look up.
What's the time frame you give them? Is it like a second and a half?
They don't have much time.
There's people legitimately, bro. As soon as that shit is green, and I'm not lying. Like
I've been honked at before it turns green.
Legit, it's like they're looking at the other when they count down to 3. They see this is red. Oh, it's ready, and then they're ready. This ain't the racing tree, bro. You know what I mean? It's not a quarter mile. Like
I've been honked, and it's in the van a lot too. Like I've been honked at a lot, and I'm like, the fucking thing is not even green yet. I'm gonna run into traffic and get ran.
Get out there.
Wait a minute. I hadn't been driving in South Texas. That wasn't me.
I know it's about to turn green.
That dude, like,
he's ready on that horn.
Yeah, I love it. He got a sensor in his fucking truck. Like, there's AI right there.
Y'all were talking about robots. The closest thing I've seen to it is this little thing on Blue One where they got this AI robot that's supposed to help you out. Have y'all tried that yet?
It's garbage.
It's junk.
I would love to see it in action, but I don't think it's
It's like I have to have a subscription or something to talk to somebody about something, but you can try this AI bot.
Yeah.
And I tried it one time, and that was the last time.
Yeah, it was like their Chat GBT version of it. Yeah, it was and like you're like, hey, I have because I did too, Kurt. It was on some Linux communicating, maybe that video I did or something. No, it was something else. Anyways, and it's just like, well, check your voltage. It's all your normal stuff you're gonna do anyways. You're like, you suck,
dude.
Like,
I think I was trying to get how many kilo ohms was a temperature sensor on a particular Medea mini split or something like that. I wanted a very specific number, and I just couldn't get it.
No, I had that discussion with somebody about tech support. I was like, I hate when I call tech support and they're like, did you check voltage? Did you check, was the unit on? Did you turn the breaker on? I'm like, yes, and that's not what I need. It's not what I need help with, right? So I would be very upset if AI did that to me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like I'll give them a long-winded answer, like, because now, man, tech support is just such a crappy thing. Like, it just used to be really good, but
you got to know how to get the answers from them, I guess. Like, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, that's true. I can imagine it down, man.
I've called Goodman support, and no kidding, I actually got some knowledgeable people who helped me out a couple times. Good old Goodman.
Thank goodness for Goodman. Yeah.
They keep us in business, don't they?
I'll tell you what, man.
Daikin's the one keeping me in business.
I ain't mad at Goodman. I mean, better than half this junk out there. They're just part of it. That's all.
Calix, yeah. I'm not gonna deny what he's saying about.
Don't even get me started on that.
I'm not gonna deny what he said about Texas drivers, but yes, the one time that I had somebody pull up to me and like film me, and they had their phone out recording me, is because they were going slow on a highway basically, and I went around them because there was another lane to go around. There's a passing lane for a reason too, and they sped up to follow me and record me because, like, I guess I did something.
Oh man.
Now we know the truth. You telling us you go to speed limit, you don't break any rules. Now we know the truth.
No,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
going 40 and a 55. I needed to get up to speed, basically. So I ain't gonna take the whole blame for that one. Speaking of robots, we had I tagged you in that thing, Jake. The shit, what's his name? The one that used a drone
Yeah.
for the thing, because I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I just needed an excuse. So
Yeah, get it.
he used a drone because he was already on, or he needed a model and serial number on an RTU, and he used a drone to go fly it up on the rooftop and get the information. I was like,
Yeah.
that's perfect. That's all I needed. I just needed a reason to buy one.
Man, I went to do that
Oh,
at
word.
about like 2 months ago. I was like, oh, fuck, this is perfect, man. I'm like, I'm going to use it. And I was in a no-fly zone. I was like, you got to be kidding me, bro. Because I was right by the airport. And I was like, damn. I just need to get up like 20 feet, man.
How does that
Dude,
work?
I
Does
was
it just not
talking to
let you?
somebody
Huh?
was getting homeowners insurance and had to have their house inspected, and they were looking for hurricane straps in the attic. But the guy that came to do it weighed 400 pounds and he couldn't get
Oh,
in the
boy.
attic. And he sent a drone into the
Oh, my
attic to
God.
see if they had hurricane straps.
Yee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get one.
You got to get one. Yeah, no, it'll lock you out because it knows your coordinates and where you're at. You can't even. I guess if I got got my actual license for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit. Like the FAA license for them,
But
then you're
I thought that was cool because like it's happened to me so many times where I'm like, oh, I need this or that, and then I forget to take a picture of it or whatever it is, and I put up the
Gotta-
ladder, strap it up, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I got to get up there again.
yeah. Get up on it, man.
I'm very
Get up there with
forgetful.
a drone, yeah.
I'm very
Yeah,
forgetful,
that's
so
cool,
it
dude.
happens.
Get it now. Well, that's why you use Company Cam, today's sponsor of today's podcast.
I'm seriously debating if to try that out. Just to
No,
have
dude, just use your damn phone and your CRM.
for
You're
the
good.
guys. The guy. Well, yeah, that's true. Like I need to get them to upload photos.
Yeah, I
On
was
the
gonna say
invoices.
they would still have to take the pictures anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
haven't
it's like when people are
dove
like,
into it.
"Oh, yeah," I just think it's just you don't need it, whatever. But
Well,
on
if
your
it was,
CRM,
I think I looked into it. I didn't like the pricing
no,
or the way they wanted you. I forgot how it works, but I looked into it one time and I didn't like the structure of it.
Oh, I may have found a new channel to watch.
who you got, dog?
Oh man, we didn't. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry,
Roads. Hold on a second.
Road Dog Jesse
See if I
James,
can find
Badass
it.
Billy Gunn, the new age
Guy
outlaws.
has a red beard. Here it is. Roads Repair, Heating and Air.
I never heard of it. Okay, roads.
He don't
Always
have a
spelling
lot of
that.
subscribers, but
Hold on.
Let's
he's
get
putting
'em.
out regular videos, and some of them are pretty good.
We can end on this, but
right.
this was last week's that we shouted out. He was going by Coast. Man, I can't. Okay. He was going by Coast last time. Now he's Ewok does HVAC. So this is a kid that everybody in the chat last week was like, go check him out, whatever. So I'm on the Knights channel, but I did subscribe to him on my channel. And then you said, and he's doing pretty well.
RHODES Repair.
That's it.
/
Ah.
No, not / but dash Heating and Air.
Roads Repair.
He's putting out some decent stuff.
There we go.
We got Matt from Roads Repair, Heating and Air. So if you all are looking for, I don't know, every now and then I do want to get this. Maybe we can close on this on the episodes and have a channel of the week to check out.
This guy is somewhere on the Florida Gulf Coast.
Man, there's a lot of Florida guys right now posting and popping up.
What
are you like competition?
I was watching somebody. It was this dude I watch on.
Get a drone to
plumber.
carry your tools. How what's the weight limit on that thing?
Oh hell no! I mean, you can get the big boy. You can get the one they use for the farms, bro. That like pick up people. Yeah, you can do that.
Oh. What were you saying?
What was I saying? Oh, it was this dude I was watching. He's a Texas plumber, and he was like, "Oh, let me see like top 5 like niche of like Texas plumbers is where he's ranked at, and it's maybe like where he was." I was like, I wonder how many people are in Florida and where I would rank. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I don't know. That just because that video popped up in my feed. It was funny you said that. That's why I was like, I don't know who else there.
Do you want to address this?
Yeah, that's the main guy too, I guess. I don't know if that's. I mean, there is a lot, dude, because like anybody can get a damn license. Not anybody, you gotta have. But
I'm not. I don't defend a lot of it here because like it's the same here. Like we get a lot of people that don't even have a license. They get away with it because they know a buddy at the supply house. Oh yeah, we'll sell you this or that. If you make friends with anybody, you can get anything you need. And
Yeah, same here.
and it happens. We have a lot of people that do work here that shouldn't.
dude, I was in like this baller ass community this week. It's like where like it's nice. So I'll fly the drone over it. But like the company that's in there doing the houses, like it's garbage, bro. And they do all these, and like, they're like $2, $3, $4, $5 million homes. You know what I mean? It's like, how did this? And it's part of the good old boys club. You know what I mean? They know the builders, but they do shitty work. You know what I mean? And it's just like, how do you?
It's funny. I am impressed when I actually see good work done somewhere, right? Because I've see so much shitty work. So when I actually see something good, I'm like, oh wow, they actually did a good job with the line set or whatever it is.
Yeah,
good job,
man. The people who had the business that was bought and is us now, like their installs, like these, and they were older cats, mint, bro. Like I'm like, it's
That's
just
cool.
so, you know what I mean? I was like, the customers would say it might take them a day or two to do the install, but bro, the lines is straight. There's no gaps in the ducts. There's no leaking mastic. Like the copper's beautiful. They even took the time to tape like the around the wire to put where the TXV on like roots, where they go through the TXV on that little notch on the bottom corner panel. They would tape that together with the float switch wire, shove it in there with that little like furl piece. I'm like, that's just little details like that. Like nobody's doing that.
No, I've had to fix so many rub outs because they don't even use any of the rubber or the grommets. Yeah, they just throw it in and it's like the metal.
They'll drill a hole, and I'm like, bro, I don't
see it too many times.
True story.
Anything else?
I think that was a fantastic show.
No, guys, I think that's it. Oh, no, I told y'all about the drive-in. No, that's it for me.
Pretty damn exciting, Kurt.
Well, it was exciting for me.
So
no, that is, bro. You're like, hell yeah, life is good. How much you charge for it?
It was supposed to have been done on the install, so I couldn't charge anything.
Oh, okay.
I was like $2,000. What is it? Anyway, hope everybody. All right, I appreciate everybody for coming out. I think we're gonna close this one out.
Appreciate y'all.
See you guys
later
next time. Dude.